again, Audiobooks TV Storytime stars. Welcome to our summer season stories. Today's story is all about three blind mice. Have you heard of them? Let me sing you a little tune to remind you. Three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife. She cut off their tail with a carving knife. Did ever you see such a sight in your life as three blind mice? Did you sing along with me? Well, today's story is about the full story of three blind mice. We get to hear how they came to the farm and all that follows after. Stay tuned, sit quietly, and listen carefully. After this. Three small mice, pined for some fun, They made up their minds to set out to roam. Said they 'tis dull to remain at home, and all the luggage they took was a comb. These three small mice, three bold mice. Three bold mice came to an inn. Good evening, host, can you give us a bed? But the host, he grinned and he shook his head. So they all slept out in a field instead. These three bold mice. Three bold mice. Three cold mice. Woke up next morn. They each had a cold and a swollen face through sleeping all night in an open space. So they rose quite early and they left the place. These three cold mice. Three hungry mice. Searched for some food. But all they found was a walnut shell that lay by the side of a dried up well. Who had eaten the nut they just could not tell. These three hungry mice. Three starved mice. Came to a farm. The farmer was eating some bread and cheese. So they all went down on their hands and knees and squeaked, "Pray give us a morsel, please." These three starved mice. Three glad mice. Ate all they could. They felt so happy they danced with glee. But the farmer's wife, she came in to see what might this merry making be of three glad mice. 3 poor mice. 3 poor mice soon changed their tone. Soon changed their tone. The farmer's wife said, "What are you at? Why are you capering round like that? Just wait a minute, I'll fetch the cat." Oh dear, poor mice. Oh dear, poor mice. 3 scared mice. 3 scared mice ran for their lives. Ran for their lives. They jumped out onto the window ledge. The mention of cats set their teeth on edge, so they hid themselves in the bramble hedge. These 3 scared mice. These 3 scared mice. 3 sad mice. 3 sad mice. What could they do? What could they do? The bramble hedge was most unkind. It scratched their eyes and it made them blind. And soon each mouse went out of his mind. These 3 sad mice. These 3 sad mice. So 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with the carving knife. Did ever you see such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice? 3 blind mice. 3 sick mice. 3 sick mice gave way to tears. Gave way to tears. They could not see and they had no end. They sought a chemist and found a friend. He gave them some never too late to mend. These 3 sick mice. These 3 sick mice. 3 wise mice. 3 wise mice rubbed, rubbed away, rubbed, rubbed away, and soon their tails began to grow, and their eyes recovered their sight, you know. They looked in the glass and it told them so. These 3 wise mice. These 3 wise mice. 3 proud mice. 3 proud mice soon settled down. Soon settled down. The name of their house I cannot tell, but they've learnt a trade and are doing well. If you call upon them, just ring the bell 3 times twice. 3 times twice. The end.